Yo guys, what's going on? It's Specimen here, and today we have a very exciting Reckless Flurry deck. This deck was incredibly popular during the top 64 qualifiers this weekend. It has some incredibly good strengths, but some serious weaknesses as well. Really did thrive in a tournament setting, because of course you get to choose certain decks that you can ban. And yeah, so basically, what is this deck good at? Well, it's fantastic against monster decks. You can deal with Vi with all the tool punishes with Heatwave and Axie, even this Junode of Belhaven. Also Keltalis, quite similar, you have a Purify for the defender. Junode of Belhaven working really well with this leader means that you can even answer Cave Troll with Junode as well, as the leader's going to pierce the armor and then you can Junode it. So great into monsters. And of course Arachas Swarm as well is going to get completely and utterly cleaned up by Lambert here. Another deck that Lambert does really well into, which is quite popular in the meta, is the Elves deck. The Elves deck is going to play loads of these dead eyes down on the board, and of course Lambert is going to clean up. Of course they do have Venosiel, which sort of trades quite well with the Lambert, but if you've put shields on the board and things like that, Lambert's also a lot cheaper as well. Gerd as well is just a fantastic card into these swarm focus decks. So Elves, decent little matchup. Unless they draw absolutely perfectly, it can prove a little bit difficult. Monster decks, fantastic. However, the deck becomes unstuck in Skellige mirrors in particular. It has a very, very difficult time indeed against Skellige warriors. Because, of course, you're playing cards like Heatwave, Lambert, Axie, which just aren't doing too much. Whereas Skellige is playing Ice, like the warrior version. So you're going to be unfavored in the mirror matchups, but you do have a massive advantage because of the monster matchups. Added to that, this deck also struggles quite significantly against Syndicate. However, most decks do struggle quite significantly against Syndicate, so that's not necessarily a downside of this deck. You can beat Syndicate, Pirates Co, for example, but often you're going to be relying on your opponent either missing cards or not playing perfectly, or a little bit of both. But that certainly at lower ranks is not going to be too much of an issue. Mainly just when you get to the higher end of Pro Ladder, you're going to find that matchup to be particularly difficult. If you're playing the deck really well, you can certainly get some wins against Syndicate without doubt. Definitely the Skellige mirror is the biggest downside. So what do you want to do with this deck? Well, you've got the discard package with cards such as Coral and Burner, and also the Mask of Ouroboros. So when you're going first, this deck can put out a lot of tempo very quickly in round one. And then you can just control your opponent's side of the board just for the whole game with Lambert and Gerd being your wide punishes. And then you've got Junode, Hjalmar, Axie, and Heatwave as your tool punishes. You need to be quite careful with your mulligans in round one. Because you're using the discard package, a lot of the time you're going to end up discarding gold cards if you don't manage your hand correctly. So don't be afraid to mulligan some gold cards like Hjalmar in round one that you're not going to play. And just make sure that you're not mulliganing so many bronzes where if you mulligan this Brockvar Hunter and you hit Quen, suddenly you don't have any bad cards to discard. Also remember that the Coral, of course, can only discard a card in your hand and then you draw a card. So yeah, just make sure you've got good discard targets at all times. Your Bear Witches are going to be your main Quen target as well, so Bear Witches are quite a safe mulligan in round one. You're not going to want to discard these cards, and often round one proves to be quite short with this deck because you put out a lot of tempo with your Coral and Burner, etc. So having Bear Witches mulligan back into the deck makes a lot of sense, because also you don't want to be drawing into these with your Burner and stuff like that. You want to just keep both in the deck to just try and guarantee your Quen into Bear Witcher, because Quen into Bear Witcher, your Bear Witcher, if you give this a shield, won't damage itself by 3 because it will just break the shield. So that's going to be a nice point slam option. Some other cards you might want to consider: Hjalmar over Axie. The reason Axie is in the deck is you can tutor it with Quen. It has 2 armor, so it can synergize quite nicely with a Quartermaster if that's an option. And also, in some situations, if Nilfgaard, for example, put a spy next to your totem, you can put Axie down the other side of your totem, and then it's just going to remove the armor. But also you can use it on your own units, maybe to remove a poison or just reset a card, as well as removing bounty. So Axie, often a point worse than Morkvarg, because Morkvarg resets essentially and then damages it. However, Axie has that flexibility of being able to use it on your own side of the board, and also can be tutored. So that's why Axie is in over Morkvarg. Turgvi is a real consideration. Lots of decks are playing a single Purify at the moment. That's why Turgvi is not in this particular list. Added to that, I would also recommend Stunning Blow as a potential option, particularly if you don't want to go for the Decoction. So that's the deck. I'm going to show you some games. Hope you enjoy. If you've got any questions, let me know. And if you like the deck, please consider giving it an upvote on the Play Gwent website. It does help out the channel. Thanks for watching. See you soon.
How can I help?
Bessie, do you think Salamander Assassin? What does it do? What does Salamander Assassin do? Am I buying the expansion pack? No. I'm not. I'm quite poor, mate. I don't have much money, unfortunately. And I have, like, full collection of everything. I try and support the game, like, by buying the esports boards and the journey, but it doesn't really make sense for me to purchase this. I think, like, I would like the coin. I can't really justify it at all. It is kind of like throwing money down the drain. My collection is full. Don't need the premiums either, particularly. Yo, can you what's up, man? So we can already see. Thank you. I was going to say, we can already see the power of Junode. But we'll just take the Gutting Slash instead. That'll do the trick. But the leader combined with the Gutting Slashes and the Junode can absolutely clean up for sure. Hi. Arrivederci. How's it going? Averagely. It was going well until you showed up. Oh! Sorry, I take it back. I'm sorry. No, it's going well, thank you. Stevie, I'm sorry. I take it all back. It was just a joke. Actually, it wasn't a joke. I said to myself, I was going to stop apologizing for bad jokes I make, when people should probably know that I'm not being serious, but here I am still doing it. Rip. Why did I discard Spores? I mean, what else was I going to discard? Scald? Time for streamer tier list. No, maybe not actually. Did I cue the right SK this time? Yes. Yes, I did. In case you guys weren't aware, I may have accidentally Triss actually does look kind of... Damn. Her feet don't quite look normal to me. But apart from that... Okay, leader charge room 1, that's always nice. How'd you move the screen? It's the mouse wheel. Kind of makes me feel a little bit sick. So I'm very worried that I've upset CVL. No.
Unfortunately, transformation robs them of speech.
I mean, whatever. The reason I did this is they're probably likely to play another leader or overprofit significantly. That's quite a lot of profit, my dude. Up. Kill the horse! Shit! What? We killed the boat? Oh no. Brave the bonus, the fact that CDPR devs read the books in the original language and decided to make a game and just thought, yeah, Yengo. Yeah. I still haven't played Witcher 1 and 2, so... Yen was only in Witcher 3, am I correct? My little sister responded to the Gwent card game saying, "Oh no." This is fine. It's fine, guys. It's fine. I have loads of ways of damaging my opponent's cards for Junode. Yeah, maybe not actually. Guys, there's a reveal in like 10 minutes. Let's go. And it's probably a big one. Because he told me it was. Wait, they had a bounty? I didn't realize. Shit. Probably should have passed, huh? Oops. Like if I... This is really awkward. I had actually quite a nice pass, huh? The Junode's 8 points. That's pretty good. 9-point Junode. Oh my god. Go on, boost the Orson again, lad. I mean, guys, winning on even feels like the only win. Like if they make a 9-point play here, I'm playing the Scald. My only line. Nice one, dude. Has to go lead a charge. It's not enough otherwise. Wow, what a gamer. Okay, maybe now I don't go for the Scald. Okay. Nah, guys, nah. Nah. Yes! Correct decision. Yeah, Jack and Ewald. Pass. Shit. What an inconsiderate arsehole. We want a Bear Witcher? Nah. Not sure we do, to be honest. We want to Quen this bad boy. Wait, we already played Quen. Oh, maybe we don't care about the Bear Witcher then. I mean, it's just shit, innit? I want the totem. Like the worst card, I think. Maybe a Guiding Sash was worse, actually. Nah, Professor just clowns on this fish flapper dude.
My lads will make sure of that.
Why do I have a single... because otherwise Quen can brick sometimes. Although I've actually never bricked Quen, but it's mainly just not to brick Quen. It's also a decent Hjalmar target. Like if you discard it in round 1 and then BANG! Please just spend. Just spend. Spend. How are they going to spend their coins in round 3? I guess just go all in on Ewald. So Totem would be the better keep, but it's not enough points. Please just spend, my dude. Please. Please. Last card is... I mean, how are they going to spend the coins? They're just going to draw the Ewald, I guess. It's a shame that Totem was actually the top deck and not the Bear Witcher. No. Yeah. Yeah.
So be it.
Perhaps a different ingredient. An active one.
Don't teach your grandma to suck eggs.
Wondering why I did this. There's a reason. It's because of Professor on Bear Witcher. It's more scary. Kind of my lose con, right? If they have Ewald Professor. I guess I'm probably just losing to Ewald Professor.
Not with a devil, I'd imagine, for a little rendezvous.
What are you gonna do?
Am I losing to Ewald Professor? Ewald plays as a 5.
Bloody hate
Let...
shooting second nature to
Shit. I'll take a draw against O for sure. But like, I can't GG this because if we draw with Cove, it means we deserve to win. Bad matchups sometimes when I'm streaming, more so than when I'm off stream anyway.
To arms, all of yous.
That is just an unfortunate truth.
Truly.
Yo, Mitch, thanks for follow. Yo, Led Zeppelin with the Twitch Prime.
Not
2
all
months.
dragons crave gold, but I do.
I actually prefer Copper Zeppelin. Sorry, I take it back. Purify, Heat Wave, Junode, all the answers to real life. So, for me, with the discard deck, it's pretty bad to mulligan like your most important golds, but you also need to try and make sure your hand is like gonna have enough bad cards to discard. And I decided Spores was a card I'm never gonna play round 1, but I also never want to discard it, so I mulliganed it. And then when I hit Kadooch, I thought, well, I'm also probably not gonna play this round 1, and I also don't want to discard it. How come I deleted it? The thing. I played it last season, right? There's a different meta. But I've deleted loads of decks, Mr. Story. Like, I've just built like 100 decks a day. The main reason I deleted it, to be honest. What's the idea with Axie? Basically, it gives you a Purify, which is like good for Kelly. So you could just play Grimace, but also the fact you can tutor it with Quen and it's just like another tool punish. Also, like, it's good in the SK mirror, like if they're playing Turgvi. But it's kind of shitty, right? Pretty shitty card. For sure. And also, like, one other thing about it is it's got the 2 armor, which if you go for Quartermaster, for example, from the Kadooch, or you put it next to Totem, like, you can actually get the 2 armor, the value from the 2 armor. But yeah, it's basically instead of playing a Morkvarg, it's kind of like a Morkvarg that is a point worse, but can be used on on your own things, right? Like if your Bear Witch is damaged or whatever. And you can also use it as a Purify, right? For like Keltalis. Basically, it's Morkvarg that you can tutor, and it's like just a little bit worse, but a bit better. It's a bit more flexible. But it's pretty shitty, for sure. Are you flipping serious?
Damn it! I'd never have taken this contract.
Yeah, this coral's just super awkward, man. Ah, I can pass. I'm actually just going to take the pass, I think, without using the stratagem. This is what I'm like. My hand just got too gold heavy, right? I probably could have just done with mulliganing some more golds, but I did mulligan Spores and Kadooch. Not sure the other card I mulliganed. So I lost out on 1 thinning. That's actually the most important thing. Like, not using the stratagem, if it was like a TA, wouldn't really be super relevant. Obviously, like, you could argue that I could have got a little bit more from them had I used it. But, I mean, the fact that... What was that even on? It's mainly the fact that I didn't thin the deck by 1 card, right? Find the Morkvarg, the Skirm. The Maxie's decent. Bear Witch I always mulligan because it's the main Quen target. Wow. I mean, where are the flipping bronze cards to discard, my dudes? Hello? Burner's got to go. Like, I'm just super scared otherwise. I was really hoping to find the bronze card to discard, but it didn't happen. Exactly. Not having Hjalmar, a Bear Witcher to kill this is kind of sad. Yeah, this is the new coin. Who needs consistency? Not me. Bye, Maxi. Gone but never forgotten. She's gone to a better place. Quite good if they go for an A rush now, but whatever. Oh, the Axie. Yes. I've actually never completed this. I don't have this board. Get absolutely Hjalmar, lad. Nope. I love Hjalmar. It is very sad to see him compared to Horson, though, innit? Poor Hjalmar, man. Tickle, tickle.
I'll cleave you in two.
So this is why Flurry is good. This is what it's supposed to do. Win these sorts of matchups. Obviously, Warriors, very bad matchup. What's that green thing on the board? It's from Axie. When I played Axie, the board comes alive. I just don't have this board. I can maybe do some sort of like video on it at some point. I'm maybe a little bit late to the party on it. I never got this board, fortunately. I still think that CDPR should consider giving. I've never actually mentioned it to CDPR, but like, imagine if they just gave me this board for free. I would use it. It'd be good advertising. Yeah, so Uridin plus whatever the other one is on here. And then something happens. But Quen wasn't a card when this board was made, right? Hoggers!
What are you gonna do, huh?
Quen was part of the expansion? No, but this was the journey from Alza, no?
Specimen,
Which I think
truly.
came out slightly before the Web Witcher expansion, because Alza came out. Yeah, Alza was like a month before, innit? Because Alza was Where the Witcher, but he was like, he was still basically pre-Where the Witcher.
So be it.
Poggers!
Nothing like some overseas plundering in springtime.
That's a lot of juice. Alright. Oh, this guy's got card advantage. What the fish flap?
No mood to talk.
Alright, let's go. Let's go, baby.
You'd best yield now.
Yo, Stella, what's up, man? Good to see you, mate. Hope you're well. There's another card reveal in like 50 minutes or so. I fish up and go. I've got a lot of discard targets already. Guys, if you didn't know, Mr. Celebrate here has been back streaming the last couple of weeks. I was thinking about not taking the coral. Just don't hit the 6, bruv. Thank you. Look at that. Is this deck any good? Yes. It is good. So, this deck became really popular over the weekend in top 64 qualifiers.
Like you should be keelhauled and plank walked.
Bloody hell. Because it proved to be really good into monsters, and it's also quite good into the filthy elves, mate. So you'll be a fan. However, it's very, very bad into the SK mirror. Like if you're playing against warriors, it's kind of almost impossible to win. And it also isn't very good against Syndicate, but what is? But it's definitely a fun deck. And it's definitely decent. I brought it to the top 64 myself on Saturday. I think it probably, as we just played Spyro and he made the comment that it's more of a tournament deck, which is probably fair, but it's also not that bad for ladder. Mork's right at the bottom. That's actually not a bad thing. It just means we could discard other stuff. Finding all the gold, so we keep. We can't play Burner because we're just going to hit golds. Burner's actually just pretty shit now, innit? I'm very sure she's just a 6. Oh, the Gerd Valley, mate. Tempted me, and I'm just going to probably take the pass, though. Honestly, I might just play Junod as a 6. He's so bad here. Ah, this is a troll play, right? This is just a troll play, right? I say he's going to be really bad, but it's just not true because of the portal. Whatever. Like, Heatwave, sure. Throw the Heatwave away just as a 6. Not the Junod, though. It was just supposed to be Heatwave, innit? Alright, let me take the pass. I think the way we lose this matchup is if we use Gerd in round 1 and don't win it. Or we get 2-0'd because I don't have Lambert or Gerd, but obviously I've got both in hand. Shouldn't have played the Junod, I should have just played the Heatwave. Ooh! Let's look at that after the game. I actually know what I'm drawing. I just paste my screenshot. Next card is Totem. Wow. No dry pass cards. Oh, I guess I have the Kadooch. Alright, so we just win, I think. They were supposed to try and bleed us. This is just a 10 card round, which means we get maximum girth. That is very, very sick. I look forward to playing it in person with some other Gwent fams. Let's hope that has a bunch of physical Gwent. What? You're joking. So I can actually make a video about this and it's actually super relevant to my channel. Let's go. Okay, well, I just lost to Spyro, so I would say it's going about as badly as it possibly could. I think that's like the ultimate worst thing that could possibly happen to me as a Gwent player. Yeah. Look at this hand. So playable. So good.
All that gas in a row. It's not for me.
I want to read more about this thing, but we'll look at it after the game. Yeah.
Send as many lackeys as you like. I'll send them all back in pieces.
I think this evening might be the evening I purchase Witcher 3 on PC. Maybe on Ultras. What do you mean, sorry? Oh, wouldn't wish it on Ultras. Oh, maybe I would, actually, yeah.
And now I shall break you.
Maybe I would, actually. No, I have played Witcher games. I played Witcher 3, like, before Gwent. That's how I got into Gwent. I've never played a different card game apart from this, apart from the one sponsored stream I did on Chroma. Yeah, on PlayStation. Don't play Thronebreaker properly either, though. Like, I started it, but didn't complete. They're supposed to go Yennefer first. But I can just go Lambert plus full leader, right? And it just kills everything, almost. If they go Behemoth, then it's just an easy Lambert. GG.
Now that's the kind of negotiating I understand.
I say GG. It wasn't really that good of a game, my poor opponent. I mean, their line was to try and bleed round 2. This is where I still lose. They offensively Yennefer me in it, and I just lose. That would be pretty awkward. That wouldn't be ideal. Oh!
Best yield now.
Look at that value. I could have gone for an Axie on my own card here. Yeah, Prog Gwent. What's up? What's up? Hiya. Bonsoir.
I'll do what I can.
Bonsoir. Arrivederci. Way.
A superb specimen,
Way.
truly.
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. I'm alright. Feels nice to be jamming on the ladder. I haven't done it in a while. Zacking the cards. Living my best life.
Who wants to taste Gallagher steel?
You see, this is what I'm saying. Like, sometimes you can just forfeit. Like, this guy was supposed to forfeit like 3 turns ago. And while that might look like premature, if I was in my opponent's position, I would just, you know, they could have done this 3 turns ago. But at least they've done it now. I'm not saying that in a disrespectful way, but like, sometimes you just have to accept it's over and just go to the next one.